6 of Matt Wonkum. Inside of Matt Wonkum, making the long haul from Chowchilla, California. Driving the 44A, that's Austin Van Hoff. Outside row number 10, starting 20th. In the number 99, it's the Need for Speed, Donnie Mead. And on his inside from Lakeside, California, driver of the number 5, Jeremy Wiley. Outside row number 2 from Tulare, California, it's the C4 of James Cornelius. Inside of Cornelius from Bakersfield, California, the 80D of Dylan Wilson. Outside row number 8 from San Jose, California, the 1 of Joe Galler. Inside of Galler from Wasco, California, the number 91 of Marcus Wonkum. Outside row number 7 from right here in Bakersfield, California, it's the 99B of Brian Childress. Inside of Childress, also from Bakersfield, driver of the 52X, Jerry Flippo. Outside row number 6 from San Jose, California, the X machine of Rob Galler. Inside of Galler in the 52, Tyler Bannister. Outside row number 5, starting in the number 10 spot from Bakersfield, California. He picked up the A main event last night right here in night number 1. It's the 1 in of Nicholas Johnson. Inside of Johnson from San Diego, California, the 81 of Brian Brown. Outside row number 4 from Bakersfield, California, the 35 of Johnny Wood. Inside of Johnny Wood in the 26S, it's Chad Johnson. Outside row number 3 from Porterville, California, the 5N of Raymond Nolan Jr. Inside from Bakersfield, California, the 2019 Bakersfield Speedway Track Champion, the 10B of Trevor Baker. Outside row number 2, the 21 of Dominic Scoggins. Inside of Scoggins, the 316 of Kenny White. And your front row for the 34th Annual Budweiser Nationals in 2019. On the outside, the 48X of Austin Manzella. And on the point, from right here in Bakersfield, California, it's the Dave's Fabrications Skinny's Automotive number 2 of the Little Shoe, Kevin Irwin. So Kevin Irwin on the point for the Budweiser Nationals night number 2 for the H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stock A main event.
22 cars for 30 laps. Hang on.
22 cars, 30 laps. Something I've never seen at the Bakersfield Speedway. For a Budweiser National, there is not one speck of dry dirt. Starting these A main events on night number 2.
Well, that makes 2 of us, John.
I've been coming here a very, very long time. I've probably been here 32 of the last 34 of these Nationals, and I'm only 35 years old.
Hey, that's fantastic. I think that everybody here is kind of going, wow, this is night 2. I mean, look at the moisture in the track. This is what we see on night number 1 typically. I'm excited about this. This, again, challenging the drivers by kind of reversing track conditions from night 1 to night 2. It's got everybody scratching their head. We'll see who made the right adjustments and who's going to do what here in a short amount of time. We're going 30 laps with your hobby stocks.
30 laps the distance. The lights are out. We're going to get the green flag this time off of turn number 4. It's the Little Shoe, Kevin Irwin and Austin Manzella, your front row. Very, very fast front row in Kevin Irwin and Austin Manzella. Kenny White and Dominic Scoggins, row number 2. Trevor Baker and Raymond Nolan Jr. in row number 3. Jamie the Shoe Irwin gives them the look. They're side by side at the cone. Green flags in the air. We're underway with our H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stocks A main event. Good jump from Austin Manzella as they get into turns 1 and 2 up on the high side. Little Shoe Kevin Irwin in the number 2 spot. Then you'll pick up the 316 of Kenny White in the number 3. Raymond Nolan Jr. back there in the number 4 spot. Oh, Austin Manzella up in the greasy stuff. Loses the rear end just a bit. That's going to allow the number 2 to get by. So lap number 1 goes to Irwin. Now we got a move from Kenny White. Now Slide Job City. There's a little bit of greasy stuff on the top side. Big time push from the 316 of Kenny White. Now he's going to get crossed up in front of the entire field, able to catch it. Raymond Nolan Jr. doing a fantastic job keeping off the left side of that 316, keeping it from going all the way around in front of every single car on the track. 3 wide halfway through the field. That is Brown, Johnson, and Bannister. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Oh, around goes the 81 of Brown. Caution flag flies.
He keeps it moving.
So the caution is out for Brown. I believe that is for Brown. Brian Brown from San Diego, California. That young man put on a clinic in his heat race. winning by over a straightaway, and that number 81, but spinning it around in turns 3 and 4. He was battling with Tyler Bannister in the number 52. About halfway through the field, running about 10th position. So Austin Manzella, Kenny White, Raymond Nolan Jr., and the little shoe Kevin Irwin. That is your top 4. Trevor Baker rounding out that top 5. So we've got 2 laps in the books. 28 laps remaining for this 30-lap A main event. We've got the Schweitzer Motorsports Pace truck outpacing the field right in front of the 48X of Austin Manzella. As these cars are getting stretched out all the way around the track, you can see if they are nose to tail, they take up over half of the racing surface. So as this goes on further, if we get green flag conditions and they do not get side by side, it gets strung out, your leaders will be in traffic very quickly. Now we are getting everything done from timing and scoring, putting the cars in their right starting order and position. Right now they're working with Galler in the X machine. That's Rob Galler from San Jose, California. Behind him is the C2. That's the C4, I'm sorry, from James Cornelius. James Cornelius pulling double duty here tonight. He is running a late model and a hobby stock here. They both look very similar. White with the yellow C4 on the door. That is Cornelius.
Look at the pace truck. Look at the gentleman in the back. What is he holding?
He is taunting them with the guitar.
Yes, he is. Taunting is a good word. He's back there strumming that guitar. Look at him like, hey, guys, you want it? Come get it.
That is John Flippin, our chief steward here at the Bakersfield Speedway, holding the guitar right in front of him like a carrot in front of a horse on a treadmill right there.
I love
they just
that.
can run to it but can't quite reach it just yet.
Something else I've never seen here. That's great.
They got 28 laps to do it. Looks like we're going to get the one to go right here. So with the Delaware restart, they'll be your leader will be out front all by himself. Then they'll fall 2 by 2 behind them. The second spot of the 316 of Kenny White decides to take the bottom side in row number 2. Raymond Nolan Jr. on his outside. Kevin Irwin and Trevor Baker in row number 3. Lights are out. Green flag this time off of turn number 4. 2 laps in the books. 28 laps left in this 30-lap A main event. Out front, it is the 48X of Austin Manzella. Austin Manzella of Bakersfield, California, taking him to the stripe this time by green flags in the air. We're underway once again with the H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stock A main event. Kenny White down there looking on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Gets door-to-door with Manzella. Manzella gets good drive off of turn number 2. 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's Kevin Irwin and Trevor Baker door-to-door as they go into turns number 3 and 4. Trevor Baker going to get the better of that one as they're side-by-side coming to the stripe for 4th position. Here comes that one in of Nicholas Johnson, splitting the difference between in 1 and 2, trying to get underneath Raymond Nolan Jr., trying to split him and Trevor Baker. He gets by Baker. Nolan Jr. gets that right tire up into the slick stuff in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Nicholas Johnson by big-time contact for the ADD of Dylan Wilson in turns 3 and 4. That will bring out caution number 2. So big-time problems for Dylan Wilson in the ADD. Makes heavy contact with the outside barrier in turns 3 and 4.
Dylan Wilson drove it in hard into 3 as everybody was trying to hug that gutter all the way around, trying to make something happen, and unfortunately the car just didn't like that slick stuff on the high side.
Every year here at the Budweiser Nationals, we see turn 3 bite somebody, and it usually happens in the feature. Tonight's unfortunate 'cause he was looking fairly good. Right now, 2 of the cars I'm watching on the track that are starting to make their way through the field. You mentioned one of them earlier, Nick Johnson. Also, the 91 machine has been looking very good here the last couple of laps. He's on the move. Keep your eyes on that yellow number 91.
The 91 is Marcus Welcome from Wasco, California. He started inside row number 8 in that 15th position. Now he's already made his way up into the top 10. So that car is on a move.
He's sitting 7th right now, and I'm watching him and Johnson. Like, they were racing together for a couple of laps. They were coming through traffic. Johnson found something there in the last 3-4 laps and picked up 3 spots, and he is coming quick, fast, and in a hurry, guys. Keep watching that one in.
That one in has been fast all weekend long.
Yeah,
Only had one unfortunate event in this heat race and broke that right front, broke a ball joint or something happened in that upper part of the front suspension.
That's exactly what happened last night.
And they got that thing back together, and it doesn't look like it's skipped a beat.
He's working for guitar number 5.
We had an interview with him
tonight.
earlier on Moxie Media Promotions as they were down there taking care of the car early in the day. They just got it unloaded. And great interview. The kid speaks well. That kid right there, I'll tell you, has got a bright future in the sport of racing. He is just a God-gifted talent in the seat.
Look at flipping in the back of the truck, the pace truck.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He's got the guitar and teasing him. Unbelievable.
That's great. But I was watching something a little bit earlier on this track that the people listening on Spreaker Radio might not know about Bakersfield. Turn 3 and 4, the wall is different than turn 1 and 2. Turn 1 and 2, the wall is continuous all the way around. Turn 3 and 4, when this was an asphalt track, that's where they entered, was in the apex of 3 and 4. There is a gap there that has been filled by a secondary wall. It sticks out about 8 inches maybe.
Joey
and
Tanner
it's
found
very
that last
flat.
night.
It's not rounded off. So you come up into that apex thinking you're going to get that rounded off curve. It flattens out right there and it bites you. It's a very interesting layout over there. And it makes for some great racing. It also makes for some unfortunate big-time wrecks, too. Here's Dylan Wilson's car. Looking at that machine.
Unfortunate. No cosmetic damage to that car, so whatever he caught, he had to catch it just right there with that right wheel and did something. I mean, there was no cosmetic damage to that race car at all.
Yeah, it looked very, very straight for as hard as it hit and as much sparks as we saw on that wall.
All right, we're going to get the one to go this time by Jimmy the Shoe Irwin giving him the sign. Furled up green flag in his right hand, showing him the finger. That is one to go. Lights out. Next time off of number 4 is green flag racing action. 4 laps down. 26 laps left to go for this 30-lap A main event. Out front, it's Austin Manzella. Kenny White on the bottom side of row number 2. Nicholas Johnson on his outside. Green flags in the air. We're underway once again for the H&S Bodyworks Hobby Stock A main event for night number 2 of the Budweiser Nationals right here in Bakersfield, California. You can see Nicholas Johnson get a good RPM move on the high side of turns 1 and 2. Now he's on the right rear quarter panel of Austin Manzella going into turn number 3. They're door to door in the apex of the corner. Manzella's going to drift up off of turn number 4, maintain the lead for lap number 5.
Lap number 5 in the books as Nicholas Johnson goes to the high side and drives past Austin Manzella. Manzella in the 48X trying to make a move to get back up there, but the Surfer Kid rides the wave to the front.
Up to the front early goes Nicholas Johnson, leading lap number 6. That kid is not looking back as he stretches his lead over Austin Manzella down the back straightaway. Austin Manzella's in the number 2 spot. Kenny White in the number 3. Here comes Trevor Baker now up to the number 4 spot. Oh, Kevin Irwin having some troubles on the high side of turns 3 and 4. Gets up into the greasy stuff. They're 3 wide coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. That is Brian Brown down through the middle. Matt Welcome on his outside. Raymond Nolan Jr. was on his inside. 3 wide once again. Almost 4 wide coming to the stripe.
Baker in that 81 able to stay in front, but Kevin Irwin, Little Shoe, doing some work on the bottom side in the deuce.
Kevin Irwin searching high and low, trying to get that car to hook up any way he can and make that car go back to the front. But out front right now, it's the one in of Nicholas Johnson. 9 laps into this one, trying to pick up his second guitar of 2019.
Sparks flying from
time.
Johnny Wood in the 35.
Big time contact on the front stretch wall from Johnny Wood in the 35, battling with the 26 of Chad Johnson back towards the back of the field. They're almost 3 wide back there. That is Marcus Wonkum in the 56. The Need for Speed Donnie Mead. We got a flat right rear tire. Oh, that tire's not flat, just very loose conditions for Matt Wonkum as he slips his way all the way to the back of the longest line. 11 laps down that time by for your leader, Nicholas Johnson, as he drives down nice and smooth through 1 and 2. They're side by side at the stripe. That is Jerry Flippo and Matt Wonkum.
Problem with Irwin as he slides up out of turn 2, and there goes Bannister and the 91 of Brown, but we've got one up in the wall. Flying Brian Childress. The right side of that car gets up into the wall and brings out the caution.
That's a right rear flat for Flying Brian Childress and the 99B. He'll make his way down to the pit area, see if he can get that right rear tire fixed and come back and tag the back